Capricorn, and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your reading for January the 13th through the 19th, 2020. We're in the new decade, just the beginning, and so much is happening. Stick around. Right after this is the astrology report, and you will make more sense of your reading by checking that out. Okay, this is for Capricorn. For Capricorn, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for January the 13th through the 19th? 3 cards for Capricorn, please. 2 more cards for Capricorn, please. Oh, nearly. There you go. Is that? Yeah, very good. 1 more card for... Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh, listen. There's crossover here. Check out your sun, moon, and rising. This is a general reading. The sun, moon, and rising are... All the links to the other videos are below in the show more section. These are your clarifying cards. These are clarifying cards for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards? Well, that was a terrible shuffle. Let me do that again. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards for January the 13th? It's much better. Through the 19th. Please clarify. There it is. Okay, please clarify. All the astrological drama is happening in your sign, Capricorn. Big, big, big changes. Okay, please clarify. There it is. Okay. Let's take a look at your cards, shall we, Capricorn? Okay, the first card out is Karma. I'm laughing because it's really in line with what's happening astrologically. And the second card out, clarifying this, is the 2 of Cups. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the 3 of Wands. And then you have the 8 of Swords, clarified by the 8 of Cups. How interesting is that? Capricorn. Okay, so listen, this is karma. This is like Pluto, things coming up from the dark. And Pluto is really active in the celestial sky this week. It's massive. It's, you know, a huge astrological event. There's so much going on this week. But this is about bringing things out from the darkness into the light. It's also about empowerment, but it can be about manipulation and control. We want to really be empowered and resist the urge to like spy on our lovers or, you know, our friends or co-workers. Whatever we're going to get to the bottom of the truth. That's what this card is saying to you. Whatever it is, you can dig deep and you are going to find out the truth. Let's hope you want to hear the truth. Now, clarifying this card is the 2 of Cups. And this is really interesting because the 2 of Cups to me is more like the Lover's card than the Lover's card. This is about reflecting yourself in everyone else. So it's seeing yourself in someone else's shoes. You know, we will have, you know, Mercury is doing somersaults this week. Look at the astrological report. It will kind of clarify that for you. But this can be about miscommunication too. But what I'm getting for this is really about treating people the way you want to be treated, reflecting yourself in the other person, seeing the similarities as opposed to the differences, looking for unity instead of separation. You know, this is about unity, it's about community, and it's, you know, it's leaving divisiveness behind. It's about moving forward in the, look, it's the dawning of the age of Aquarius, right? Mercury is moving into Aquarius this week, and then it squares Uranus. So there's a lot going on. But we need to be careful not to take things personally. We need to be careful not to, you know, send the wrong text or email to someone else. What I'm saying is you really, and also don't take things personally yourself. Don't get offended. Well, I can't say don't get offended because people get offended anyway. But what I'm saying is don't wallow in it and, you know, release it as soon as it comes. Don't hang on to it. You know, it's, you know, don't hang on to it is what I'm going to say. Now, the next card out for you is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. And I'm getting that this is a new beginning for you financially too. Things are starting to pay off. Now, this can be wherever you've been putting your energy, something can be paying off for you in some way. This is like the crocuses coming up in the spring. It's like the start. It's like you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. That's what it is. You're starting to reap the rewards of all the things that you've worked on. And look, this is about your ships coming. Your ships coming in. It reminds me of my friend Jeremy. And Jeremy, thank you very much. He's suggested that I changed my format, and I think it's going to be for the best. So I love that. Thank you. So this reminds me of Jeremy investing in Bitcoin. He thinks it's really doing well. So this is about your ship coming in. It's about seeing an optimistic future. It's about working, you know, in the collective, right? This is what I want to say, Uranus. Aquarius. Uranus rules Aquarius. It's about, you know, coming together. But look, he just doesn't believe that his ship is coming in. He knows it. It's about knowing it. And what would you do if you knew your ship was docking and all the riches were coming off right now? You would make long-term optimistic plans. And that's what the Three of Wands is saying. You know, and that also is Jupiter's in your sign now, darling, blessing you with abundance. Yes. Jupiter is traveling through your sign for the next year. So how fabulous is that? And then you have the Eight of Swords. So there's some area of your life where you kind of feel trapped and you feel that you can't get out. And this is the intellect. It's an illusion, right? Because she's blindfolded. So she's refusing to see the truth. So there may be some area where you're not looking at the truth or you're not seeing the situation exactly as it is. So this is saying, take the blindfold off, really look at what's going on around you. You know, don't be in denial. Don't be deluded. Don't go with the illusion, because she doesn't understand that if she took the blindfold off, she'd see there's just a couple of swords there. There's a way out. There is always a way out. So there's some area of your life that you feel stuck in. And it makes you feel like you just want to move away from it. So it could be old paradigms, old belief systems. It could be, thinking that there's, this is your lot in life, nothing's going to change. It can be very much like that. So the Eight of Swords is really, in your mind. It's the prison that you've created in your mind. It's an illusion. Or a delusion. It is not what is really going on in reality. And this feeling of discontent because of this is making you want to move away. You want something a little more meaningful. So it could be a career, it could be a relationship, it could be a house, an apartment, an abode, a city, a country, whatever it is. You are feeling like you want to move away. And look, we're all kind of getting that a little bit now because of all this, change and this transformation. So this could be you transforming, but it could be you walking towards a different kind of belief system, or being spiritually grounded, wanting something more meaningful, wanting to create something different in your life. And this is the right kind of energy in which to do that, because this is about transforming our lives in some area or another. And you're the 10th house, even though this is happening in your personal your house, it's still career, ambition, manifesting wealth. And you've got Jupiter coming in, but you've got all this transformational energy, right? What I would say here, and that's what we all need to do, we need to really look at our lives and what can we change about it? Can we take the blindfold off? Can we really look at the truth of what's going on around us? Can we take the truth? Can we move forward after looking at the truth? Can we move forward in a more spiritual way? Why do we want to move away? Are we running away from our responsibilities? Do we not want to feel vulnerable, perhaps? Do we want to hide? Do we want to run to other countries? We have to ask ourselves this. What is it that's making you want to kind of just run away? You want something more meaningful. You have to take the blindfold off and you have to look everywhere. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at the shadows, look in the shadows, and you have to look at where you can improve yourself. This is all about, we don't want to go forward with baggage, old baggage. We want to get rid of that old baggage. We need to clear that out. We need to, listen, we want to be around people who lift us up, make us feel good. We don't want to be around people who put us down and make us feel terrible. We don't need that. We can do that to ourselves. We don't need that in our lives. So what in your life can you streamline? What can you let go of? It's about letting go of those old paradigms, those old, stories that we tell ourselves in our head. And it's about seeing everything in reality. We need to look clearly at our situation. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay on for the astrological report that comes right after this. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, and thank you for sticking around for the astrology report and to see what's happening in the celestial sky this week, the week of January the 13th through the 19th. And we start, let me put my glass on, I have to look at my notes. We start with Monday the 13th, the Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn at 8:16 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, by the way, folks. Look, this is about personal power and the ability to influence others in a way that's beneficial to you. Now, this can lead to power struggles, however, and it really depends on where this conjunction lies in your chart, as to how it will play out in your life. For instance, Aries, it will happen in the 10th house, the house of career, of status, of how you're viewed in the public arena. This is about career and work, and so this will play out in that aspect. So there may be some kind of power dynamic going on at work for Aries. Now, where it lands in your chart, depicts where it's going to happen for you, in which area. So this aspect will give you insights into your behavioral patterns, and you can address any kind of self-destructive behaviors. It's really about going deep and looking at your shadow side and the dark and more sinister side of life as a whole. This aspect as well can focus things like stalking and spying on your, co-workers, lovers, friends. Resist the urge. I say to my clients, don't look at their emails, don't look in their wallet. If you suspect your partner of cheating, then address them directly. Don't surreptitiously go around and spy on them. Respect their privacy. It's not okay to do that, and it doesn't feel good. And you'll probably find something. We can all find something. So don't look. I say that's dialing 1-800-PAIN. Don't do it. Now, this is also a fabulous opportunity to declutter, to clear out, debris and things that you no longer need. This is about streamlining in Capricorn. We need to economize. We need to look at, it'll help us actually look at our behaviors by, are these, look, this is what happened to me when I went into my closet. This was a couple of years ago. I looked at it and I was clearing it out, and there was tons of stuff with labels on. There were hundreds of pairs of shoes that I hadn't worn and I won't wear because there's great, they're like 6-inch heels or something. So it really made me look at that sickness. Are we over consuming? We have to kind of streamline, right? We need to streamline. We need to look at, only use things or keep things that we need, that not as opposed to what we want. What do we need as opposed to what we want? That's what we need to look at here. And this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. And it's also a good opportunity to see which relationships are working. We need to be in relationships or surrounded by people who will lift us up. If someone's putting you down or you're in their company and you don't feel good about yourself, then let that relationship go. And it doesn't have to be a big dramatic, I'm never talking to you again. You can slowly, I always think of, that old movie with Dracula in, and he seems to just roll back. You can just roll back from your friends. I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity to do this. The thing is with, this is about change. There's no bones about it. It is about change, and there's nothing I can say that's going to change that. But what we can do is we can work with the energies that are available to us. We can ride the crest of the wave. Let's co-create and ride the crest of the wave. And that's how we can navigate through these difficult or, choppy waters, as we say. Now, look, on the same day, a bit later on, it's only like 2 hours later, exactly 2 hours later, the Sun conjunct Saturn. So this energy is all it's really the Sun conjuncting Saturn and Pluto, right? Conjunction, because they've just conjunct the day before, right? On Sunday. I'm actually recording this before that happens. So this is Saturday. I'm recording this, but so Saturn, the Saturn conjunction, this is a karmic conjunction. And look, this could bring great rewards for you, and success for those who've worked really hard and diligently throughout the past year. If you have let things go and not stood up to, not taking care of your responsibilities, that might come and slap you in the face and things could fall apart. That's why I said it's kind of karmic, right? So this can mean great success or overwhelming hardships. It really kind of depends on what you've been doing this last year. Now, this is also about playing by the rules. Saturn is, the lord of karma. He's like, government. He's the boss. He's the father figure. So the hierarchy, he's rules, regulations, structure. So you want to play by the rules. It's also going to kind of feel like you're taking one step forward and then two steps back. You feel like you're treading water and you can't get ahead. Now, don't get discouraged. Saturn slows us down, for a reason. It's sometimes to show us signposts for perhaps a better way round. It may take longer. It might be the scenic route. It might be a safer route that gets you there. Have you ever, some people, there's been a plane crash and some people said, I missed that plane. I was supposed to get on it and I didn't. And, that can be Saturn stopping you from getting on there. But it can also work the other way. You can make mistakes and you can have accidents as well. So you have to, during this time, don't do anything that's dangerous. Don't do anything that's risque. Be safe. Be safe. Now the sun wants to go, go, go. It's all energy. So and Saturn wants to go slow. Saturn wants everything done with expertise. You will need to practice patience and tolerance to navigate through this transit. So there's a lot going on, right? So now I haven't finished because that day, even a little bit later, like 3 hours later, Venus moves into Pisces. Now, whenever a planet moves into another sign, there's a huge shift in energy. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. She can really stretch her wings and she can really express herself in Pisces. So, we may be drawn to romance, love, passion, affection, we may be more demonstrative and feel attracted and want to be touchy-feely kind of things with people, or we want to receive, massages. It's a wonderful time to pamper yourself. Get a massage, get a foot massage, whatever it is. Do something that makes you feel pampered and beautiful. And it's also, this is a great placement, but it's also really good for finances. So honor the divine feminine within. And we so need that because we have all this yang energy, all this outward energy. So we need to kind of go in, we need to be receptive. We need to receive that love, darling. Give me your love. This is a harmonious flowing energy. It's good vibes all the way around. So now on Thursday, we'll jump forward to Thursday, and Thursday, January the 16th, Mercury, right, moves into Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I won't go on, don't go. I have been known to burst into song on occasion. A lot. Anyway, so this really is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We are feeling that Aquarian energy. Mercury enjoys being in Aquarius because it gives Mercury the freedom to contemplate complex subjects with unusual insight. Now, under this influence, you can deliberate matters with an unconventional approach. It's kind of like thinking outside the box. You may find your focus directed towards humanitarianism, groups and community and your tribe, like-minded people. That's what's going to really kind of make you feel fulfilled. And that's very Aquarian, right? That's Aquarian in nature. It's a good time to volunteer or join a group. And having said that, I have a Facebook group. It is Live in the Solution Astrology. And we have so much fun there. And it's so beautiful. It's a private group. You have to ask for to join. And the the link to that will be in the description box below. And it's such a lovely community. It's so positive and uplifting. And every 2 weeks I do a live stream just in that group. And I look at either the full moon or the new moon, and whomever attends, I go through their chart, not their personal chart, but their horoscope, their sign, and we look at how the sign is going to receive the energy from either the full moon or the new moon. And then I also have my tarot cards on hand and answer questions there. We have a really good time there. So that's lovely. Come and join what a perfect time to join. To join the group. How amazing is that? It's like connect with the collective and feel love and feel that unity. Well, it's about getting back to oneness, isn't it? Reminding us that we are all one. Now, on Saturday, January the 18th, Mercury squares Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius. Now, Mercury is in Aquarius, and it is going to square Aquarius's ruler, which happens to be in Taurus. So this is a square going on. And look, this can be shocking news or information that could affect your daily routines. You just may have to spring into action at the click of a finger. It can be exciting for some and disconcerting for others. It just depends on what's going on with your own chart. With this transit, miscommunication can occur. So we have to make sure that you are not sending a text or an email to the wrong person. I've done that so many times. Really, really kind of pay attention to that. Really pay attention to details. Whatever you say can be misconstrued. People can take things personally, and vice versa. You can take things personally when somebody says something, and that might not be the intent, but that is the general kind of energy going forward. So, look, as a result of that, it's really prudent to avoid kind of important meetings like interviews or something like that during this transit, because things may be taken out of context. So you don't want to, you don't want to push the envelope there. On the upside, you could get brilliant ideas coming to you out of nowhere. Have a pen and paper handy at all times so you can write them down, because they'll be coming fast and furious and they could just disappear. Now, I do want to mention Aquarian energy and Uranus, because Uranus rules Aquarius. It's very innovative. So we do get these incredible ideas, and we're already seeing it playing out in the world. We are coming up with these incredible inventions, innovative ideas, and travel. I just saw, look, I didn't read the article, I'm going to confess, but I did see the headlines of a plane that can get from New York to London in just over an hour. Darling, it will arrive 4 hours before it left. Because of the time frame. I mean, fabulous, incredible things like that. The downside of this can be that the technology can disengage us personally. So it can be like you can experience virtual reality. You can experience nature and other beautiful things through virtual reality, right? But we really need to connect with nature physically. It's very important for us to, go barefoot in the soil, feel, Mother Earth and Gaia, so that we can heal the earth and the earth can heal us. So there's that danger of being detached through technology. So we have to be aware of that. Technology is incredible and wonderful. Look, I went shopping last night and I drove my car all the way there and I realized I left my wallet at home. And I'd got the cart, I was in the shop, I left, and then all of a sudden I remembered that I had Apple Pay on my phone. I went shopping anyway. I mean, how fabulous, right? Technology is amazing. So, guys, I want to thank you for staying all the way to the end. And I'd just like to mention this channel is viewer supported only. So, there are ways to, of course, thanking, liking, commenting, and subscribing is wonderful. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But another way to support me is through my Patreon page, and check on this link here, because I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. And I release these reports written on there before. Oh, I've just started to do that actually before I record them, because I always write them first anyway. So I figured that would be really nice for my patrons to get it in written form before, with a visual, obviously, before they go out into the world. So they get, and there's different tiers, and they get different. There are different reward systems, but you can be a supporter for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. It's not a lot for you, but I can do a whole lot with that. So that would be wonderful if you can. If you can't, don't worry. No pressure, guys. I just would like to put out. I've got so many brilliant ideas. This Aquarian energy, and I really want to do so many more creative things, but I'm kind of a bit restricted with what I have right here. But that's okay. I'll get there eventually. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support, your interaction, your lovely comments, your love. And I love you all. And I'll see you next week.